Good morning. We are at the cabin. Oh, I slept almost like a little baby. I think we should straight away start with going out with our coffee and taking in the view. It looks really, really nice. We should drink these coffees in the sunshine.
We can do that.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. It is so bright. Okay, we need to put on a beanie. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, do we have... Wow.
It's not that cold. It's about 10 minus.
Oh, it's warmer today. Yesterday was minus 16.
Finns det en morgongris här? Nej, det finns en morgongris. Hallå! Hej, sockertoppen. Oh, good morning. I have heard you out here yelling at the passing snowmobiles and guarding as you should. Ja, ska vi gå ut och kolla? Åh, så fint.
Oof, I need to find my sunglasses, but I don't know where they are. Oh, good morning, guys, and welcome back to the cabin. Do you want to know something interesting? There's a polar bear somewhere in the area. Of course, as always, we don't know where, and we haven't seen it, but we were told. I was out skiing yesterday. Oh, the sun is coming out. It's like minus 15 or minus 16. But when the wind isn't bad, it doesn't feel too bad. I'm also sweating like crazy, you know. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking so I get some more kilometers. And then that is it for today. Oh, such a beautiful day. Look at this, you know. It's just wide open. Do you know how freeing this feels? My goal was to walk as far as I could in 2 hours, just going that way. And then when I walk in there, I meet one man and his pulk, and he speaks broken English, and we communicate a little bit. And he tells me, I met police, and they told me polar bear here. I was like, what? He's like, polar bear here in Cap Laila. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, he says they say there's a polar bear in this area here, Cap Laila, and that it might go to Barentsburg as well. I'm like, okay. And he's like, bye. Continued walking. I'm like, okay. But we are still out here. Christopher, I'm just at my 1 hour cutoff mark. So he's going to come and probably just join us for like the last 15 minutes. Because the plan is for him to drive us home anyway. I was going to go one way only. I think so far we might have like 6 kilometers or something. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. That was funny. So I kept going. Christopher came and just did a little polar bear guarding around me for the last bit because he was going to pick me up anyway. But they said that it's probably around the corner, right?
Yeah.
We think it's...
On its way to Barentsburg.
Yeah, we think it's around the corner on its way to Barentsburg. But you never know. And it's so funny to hear that from a skiing man. And he was also going in this direction, and he had... very much chill about it. So that was that. Satan! Gud vad härligt. Här kommer han. Kom Grim! Med sin pinne. Ja, kolla! How do I explain this feeling? I don't know. Just imagine it, that it feels like, I don't know, just kind of like freedom and joy in every direction, you know? Oj, oj, oj.
I love this so much. It's ridiculous.
Se. Åh, den var fin. Är det denna? Varsågod. Ja. God morgon. He doesn't really know the purpose of, a stick since there are no trees here. So like he plays around with it for a little bit and then he tries to eat it, and then he just does that sometimes when he's overhyped. Like today, he's like, yay! But it's so crazy that he's never lived around trees, so he doesn't really like know the point of like playing with a stick, Okay, let's go and have coffee in the coffee spot. Oj, oj, oj. Oj, det här var trevligt. The sun has just now started coming high enough so it shines on the cabin. Yeah, so it's gonna go above this and shine on us.
The whole day.
The whole day.
That's good for the solar panel.
Yes, very good for the solar panel. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Christopher's gonna tell you a cool story.
Yeah, the story goes, maybe 8 years ago, this guy Cecilia met yesterday on the skis. When I was driving towards Cecilia, I stopped at him and I said, like, I recognize you. And I said, are you the guy crossed Greenland in the 70s and been taking all the summits and doesn't have any toes? For real, he have like a few toes left. Yeah, it was him. So I met him like 7-8 years ago. First I met him close to Svea. I stopped and gave him some chocolate. He was skiing. So I was driving snowmobile and I gave him some chocolate, and then I met him a couple of weeks after that, 3 weeks I think. And then I met him close to Barentsburg. He came skiing. And I went up to him and said like, you can sleep in the cabin tonight if you want. Okay, warm and nice, and we have some food you can have. Because like when you're skiing for so many weeks, you only have like this dry food. And if we could help out a bit, yes, it's cool. So he said he didn't want to sleep inside, but he put out a tent behind the cabin, and then he went inside and I made food for him, and I made more food for him, and I made even more food for him. He was hungry, and when he been eating for a couple of hours, he finished with his dry bags and the water and starting to eat that. And then we had some beers and probably a shot or two, and we spoke the whole night. And he's been traveling his whole life. He's been taking, I don't remember if it was 5 or 6 summits. He's been crossing Greenland, one of the first to crossing Greenlands in the 70s. He's been on Svalbard, I don't know how many times crossing that. He's been everywhere. So that's a legend, I think. And he's old now. He must be, I don't know, over 70 at least. And he's still doing this. Oh, that's about the story I have to tell.
Quite incredible that I meet a random man while I'm out skiing, and Christopher's like, I know him. I've met him on his other ski trips. And I'm like, what? He was slow and just kept going. Do you know what I mean? He does this so much. He's like an ultra athlete. Just so impressive and so fascinating. Kolla solaren. Yeah. Grim has been put on probation, skiing probation for bad behavior. So Grim is no longer allowed to run free when I ski. We don't want to talk about why. He just doesn't listen, okay? It's due to past issues with ears. An attitude. So now we need to figure out, I need to bring my belt for the next time, my skiing belt. And I'm going to hook him on it. he's gonna be pissed. But it's gonna be so much more fun because that means we can ski together. Great. There's a reindeer looking at me from the mountain. Morning. Oh, this is life, you guys. This is the life. Okay, let's go make another coffee and also have some breakfast so we can start the day.
Vad gör du för någonting? Du la dig på den pinnen, ja. Okej.
I think we're gonna do some trails after this. Christopher's gonna do some. You know that I spoke about the book, the first book to this one in the last video. I'm now on to the second one. I absolutely loved the first one. I'm so surprised. It was like a 5 out of 5 read and it's all about vampires and random stuff. So now I'm gonna read the second one and I'm so excited to see where it goes because it ends on a cliffhanger. So I'm happy. I'm happy about it. Okay, I can leave all of this clothing here because it's drying out. So far, everything that we've done in the cabin is perfect, you know? We haven't changed much around at all. We're just, you know, have some upgrades still to do. We're upgrading the power bank situation. And so we're getting some more solar panels. You know, everything like that. But now we're also just enjoying. Nice and sunny. I think I need to get another pillow though. These are a little bit too low for my head. But that's an easy fix. Sorry. That's amazing. It is so cold outside. And when you have a fire going, it gets incredibly dry inside. So the skin needs to be cleaned and then moisturized. Also now with all of the snow and everything, sunscreen. Oj, oj, oj. Det här ser gott ut. Today for breakfast we have scrambled eggs. Some sort of sausage. We have cracker bread, pasta. Then we have this, which we can thank Julie for. She inspired us. This is a hard block of goat cheese. Wait, I need to look. So sorry. A hard block of goat cheese. And this is the tastiest thing that I have ever tasted. So we love that. And this is also goat cheese. And then we have tube and a cheese. What, Nate? Cheese in a tube? I would say that this is our favorite breakfast, cabin breakfast treat. Because we don't get this at home, you know? No. Tube cheese. But there's something about it on a cabin trip. Just makes sense. There are different rules on these trips. This is a perfect choice. So that's what we have today. I'm gonna do some tube cheese. Then some scrambled eggs on top of that. Could be great, could be not so great. Oh.
Oh. Good morning. Var det en bra morgon? Look at this guy. Vänta på. He absolutely loves this cabin. He sleeps only in the sofa or in his bed. Spends not as much time on the floor. You do like your rugs though. You still can't walk on this floor, so don't get it twisted. He's getting us orange. This is so good.
Varsågod.
Här är din godis. Du äter den i soffan. Ja, det är bra. Christopher, I think we should do or try to do some ski tracks.
Ja, why not?
It's warmer today, which is to our advantage. And that would be nice, I think.
And then we should do some bobsledding.
Oh my gosh, we should.
Kaplaila bobsleigh team.
He's been speaking about this pulk, I think we could call it. We would call it pulka in Swedish, akebrett in Norwegian. I love the word akebrett. Basically something you go down a hill on, and he's been speaking about this one, and we finally bought it. He finally bought it. I'm all game. Don't get me wrong. But so we need to try it, and we have a hill in mind that we did try yesterday, and it was absolute mayhem. I'll insert a quick little clip from my phone of how that went. It was absolutely hilarious. I don't think I've laughed that much in a really long time. But yeah, so let's get dressed. I think that's step one. My sunglasses, they're over here somewhere.
Now we're gonna do some ski tracks. We need a snowmobile and a ski tracker. That's it. And a little bit of snow. Something heavy on this one, so I have some wood. A log. So, easy peasy. Time to go. It isn't the best condition to make snow ski tracks now. We had this storm a week ago, so all the snow who was like powder has probably gone out in the ocean. But we still have snow, so we're gonna try to do the best of the situation and just drive slowly and see if we can get some tracks. Let's go. We're gonna leave Grim here. He's gonna be the guardian of the north. We're just gonna go around the corner, so we're not gonna be far away. Not too bad. Kind of cold and it's no powder, but we get some tracks. It's not perfect, but it's working. Definitely gonna go skiing in this. thing is, like, when it's cold and you're making ski tracks, you have this. It's only. But if this will set until tomorrow and the sun comes on it, then it will stiff up, get hardened. So it will probably work. Now it's a little bit loose.
Outside and I'm tired, so I think I'm going to do a little bit of a coffee and a book reading hour to, you know, get some energy. So what? A little bit better.
So I've been bringing out some gasoline that we're gonna use for summer for the generator when we're using the log splitter. So extra. A couple of weeks ago we put a carpet here because Grim could easily ruin his toenails in this area here, and I don't want that, so I put this carpet here. But the thing is, we have this little polar bear protection thing, and it's hole under here. And that doesn't work anymore. So now we need to make a new one. Actually need to drill a hole here. I do that. I hope for the best. Yeah, so now it's working good, and Grim's toes are protected from the future.
He's on a thin line, that boy. Oh gosh, jag är så god här. Så. Åh, det här. Oh, this is life, guys. Look at this. Christopher is using his can crusher. Very loud. Okay, we just had food, but after that we both had a crash. We both crashed. So Christopher went and had a nap and I just laid on the couch like this. I think my 2-hour ski trip yesterday completely ruined my energy levels today, which doesn't happen often. But we're gonna go out. I was out there, I went to the bathroom just now and I felt the world and it was really nice. So we're gonna gear up and we're gonna go pulking. Okay, we're doing snowmobile pants because they have padded knees. We need the padded knees. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm still so tired. It's also like 8 p.m. or something. 8 p.m. It's perfect time to go pulk. Åka pulka. Åka pulka. Åka pulka. This. Här är det grymt. Det kommer bli så bra. Here it is. I'm actually going to wear a helmet. Because I went down this hill yesterday and I thought to myself, this is fast. I wouldn't mind protecting my skull. So I'm gonna wear, and I think also maybe the glasses could be a good idea. So I'm gonna be a good grown-up. I'm gonna wear my helmet. It's gonna be extreme sledding. This is not a bad idea. If this slope doesn't look as big on camera, I'm gonna be so sad. This was terrifying yesterday the first time. Accidentally took a jump. The first thing I did. Out a malfunction. I figured it out. The steering was off, which means that I couldn't, it just kept going the wrong way. Now we're ready to go. I'm not very happy with how that turned out.
I'm not giving up.
I went down the whole way without any crash. Just so you know. The camera is lying.
Goodbye! Hela vägen ner.
We're gonna see how fast he actually goes, because he said, can you see how fast I'm going? Because I'm zooming away. So we need to see. Okay.
How do you feel? Tell us everything.
I didn't crash, I just went off slowly.
How did that feel?
Good.
How fast do you think you were going?
Probably about like 120. I put the second gear in there, but I don't know, 20?
Nej, alltså skotern var uppe i 36 kilometer i timmen.
Not bad.
We got this from our neighbor, and we've had it here for a while now since we got it. Anyway, it's perfect. We just leave it out here and then we go and crack a piece. And since this is glacier ice, it's not salt water, it's fresh water. Should you drink it? Millions of year-old ice. Up for discussion. You probably shouldn't. But we're thinking in very small amounts, yes. Because if it gives you a little bit of ice in your soda, yes, is the answer. So now I'm gonna demolish. I feel like there should be a better way for this, but I mean, look at how clear it is. Okay, wait. Somehow, there we go. Do you see how clear that is? It's like insane. So I mean, you can see if there's anything, you know, a fish in there, but any microorganism that lived 200 million years ago, they're not even that old. I think they're like thousands of years old. Anyway, there must be a better way. He did like a shaving. Should I do this, or we just do? See, that doesn't work either. Maybe one of those, like, carve a piece out, like, because it goes everywhere. Okay, so violence does work. I mean, good piece of ice. That was a big piece. Where did it go? Great piece, great piece! This. And he just, by the way, picked this out of the ocean. So that's how he got this piece. Because there's a ton of glaciers on the other side of the fjord, right? And they drop a lot of ice, and then it depends on the tides and the wind and everything, and then they just kind of like gather if it's cold and if it's the right conditions. And voila, you have ice. Also, we could definitely make ice cubes outside, but we have glacier ice. Christopher, it's 10 p.m. and it's this bright.
Yeah, but it's no sun tonight, so it's very dark in a way.
Christopher says, there's no sun, so in a way it's very dark. But yes, that is very true. But it is very, very bright, as you can see. We don't have any nights anymore. No darkness. The next time, well, we're gonna have the last sunset. That's not yet. And then it's gonna be bright for 4 months. Svalbard is crazy. I think I need to get out of my clothing and put on some pajamas.
Cool.